Hi everyone, thank you for tuning in. In this video, we're going to do a little Bible study or a little study in the Dead Sea Scrolls. And I'm going to try to do this under 15 minutes, so I'll just get right to it. I'm in the text, the Aramaic Apocalypse, and that is 4Q246. And the reason why I'm doing a video on this, because I just read it, and it pretty much gives a timeline, a last days timeline of the times that we're living in. So I'm just going to highlight it and show you how I read this text. Of course, if you're not familiar with the Dead Sea Scrolls, it's all fragmented. There aren't really any complete sentences and stuff like that. So here we are in the Aramaic Apocalypse. So let's just get right to it. Timeline of the end, and it's very interesting. Clears up for anyone who might have issues and variance in beliefs and doctrine and stuff like that. So what I have highlighted here, I, the Spirit of God, dwelt on him. He fell down before the throne. O King, you are angry forever, and your years, your vision and all, forever you. Now, the way I read this section, this is probably the death of the righteous one. It could be the midnight cry, my God, why have you forsaken me? The foreshadow of when Jesus on the cross said, my God, why have you forsaken me? That's a foreshadow of the midnight cry. So that's the way I read this text. We don't have complete sentences, so we don't know exactly what it's saying. But it's kind of interesting when we continue to read right here, follow along with my arrow. An oppression will come to the earth, a great massacre in the provinces. The king of Assyria and the king of Egypt will be great on the earth, will make, and all will serve. He will be called, all right, so this is the Great Tribulation, okay? An oppression will come to the earth, a great massacre, and we know by the book of Daniel, the king of Assyria and Egypt will be great on earth. This is the Great Tribulation. So, if I may, here we go, we'll just highlight this here. So this is the Great Tribulation. So pretty much this is a confirmation of God's wrath before the tribulation. So I believe this is pretty much confirming what we're going to see. God's judgment ushers in the Great Tribulation. That's what I think this text is depicting, and that goes along with what many believe and what I myself believe as well. Then it gets interesting. It continues to go on to talk about the Antichrist. Here we are. And of course, the Antichrist in the Dead Sea Scrolls is just called the Son of God. And in my studies, we've uncovered that enigma or that mystery, and that will be Lucifer. The Antichrist will not just be a fallen angel; he will be the fallen angel, the prince of the devil. And what we read about the Antichrist here is exactly what we see in all the other texts in the Bible, the other texts in the Dead Sea Scrolls, in the Ascension of Isaiah. The Son of God will be proclaimed or proclaim himself, and the Son of the Most High they will call him. Like the sparks of the vision, so will be their kingdom. So he will be short-lived. They will reign for years on the earth, and they will trample all. People will trample people, and one providence another providence, vacant until the people of God will arise, and all will rest from the sword. Now this is interesting. So this is the Great Tribulation, and the Antichrist reigns probably 3.5 years into the tribulation. The Antichrist comes on the scene, and this confirms what a lot of people believe. All hell will break loose until the people of God arise. And the way I read the scriptures is that Christ will actually touch down on the earth at the end of the tribulation with 144,000 of his saints. And this is probably what this is referring to, until the people of God arise, and all will rest from the sword. So, and then it continues to talk about the millennial reign. If I may, here we go. It didn't give me a second here. I apologize. Oh, I lost it. Here we go, around number 5. So, and the people of God's kingdom will be an eternal kingdom, and all their path will be in truth. This is the millennial reign. They will judge the earth in truth, and all will make peace. The sword will cease from the earth, and all the providences will pay homage to them. The great God is their helper. That's probably Christ. Confirmation that Christ is God and all that kind of stuff. He will wage war for them. He will give peoples into their hands, and all of them their peoples. You know, we see this foreshadowed also at the end of the book of Esther as well, which is interesting. A lot of people probably don't know that. He will cast before them the people of God. Their dominion will be an eternal dominion in all the boundaries of. So, basically the way I'm reading this text personally, I see this timeline, which is what many people believe. We have the judgment and wrath of God to usher in the Great Tribulation. Midway through the tribulation, the Antichrist rises on the scene, and those willing to believe the lie or who can't accept the truth or whatever, believe the Antichrist to be, they will call him the Son of God. He will be a counterfeit Jesus. And then Jesus himself will touch upon the earth, and that great event will destroy the Antichrist, and things will start to make peace in the Great Tribulation, and we will see the ushering in of the Millennial Reign. So that's the way I read this text. I hope I'm clear. I hope people can understand. I think it's very interesting confirmation in the timelines on this specific Dead Sea Scroll. So, okay guys, thanks for listening. God bless you.